Hello everybody, welcome to Including You Journals. I'm glad you could join me today. Actually for months now or weeks now as I've been videotaping, I guess it's been a couple of months, I have done everything under the sun in the way of pockets and journaling cards except for using tags. I'm not knocking tags, please don't misunderstand. I love a great tag. I love to go in and use my crocodile and put a hole there and put ribbon through the top, and they're beautiful. I love them. But the reason that I have chosen not to use tags in the last at least 2 months, I've used tickets and index cards and library cards and things with other shapes other than tag shapes, just simply because a lot of us are using that, and I like new ideas and new things, so I'm just trying to do something different. It's all the same thing. We are making it pretty, we're decorating it, we're using it as a pocket or a tuck, or we're using it as a journal card. Today, I want to try to do some Rolodex cards instead of tags, in the place of tags. Before I begin, I wanted to go back and show you what I did in the last video, if I can put my fingers on it quickly. I thought I really could find it fast. I've had it sitting under a book all this time, and now I'm flipping through the journal and can't seem to put my fingers on it. 1 second while I look, and I found it, turned right to it. In the last video, I used Lisa Curcio, who is a card maker, her idea about a drapery fold card. And I simply used some tissue paper, green tissue paper, and I folded it over in drapery fold fashion. What I did do is I just wanted to show you how it ended up looking when it dried and glued down. I like it. I do like the fact that it's tissue paper. Yes, it's going to be a little more fragile, but I think with a little tender care, it'll be okay. A little TLC, it'll be okay. I will tell you that I didn't, underneath this fold when I glued it down, I only glued under the fold at the top. But I pulled that back and glued back down through all the way down the gatefold so that it just made it a little more sturdy as one piece. And I glued a little bit. Evidently it came through there just a little bit. I will work with that, but I wanted to show you that I was going to use that as a tuck, and I did put it in there, and all I need to do is make sure I lift that little piece up right there. I don't want to tear it. So I'll work with it off camera and just stick my scissors up in there and pull that through. But now I have a drapery fold card tuck at the top of the page rather than a tuck or a pocket at the bottom of the page. And I just wanted to show you how that finished out. It dried nicely. It's not wrinkled or anything. And because it was tissue paper, I had already embossed it. And so all of that just adds to it. Okay, I hope you like it. It may not be something I do again, but it is something that is different. And I just wanted to show you that. Okay, for today, we're working on making these Rolodex cards. So I just simply have a piece of, let's see if I'm in camera. I just took an old, not old even, if I had old, I would have used old, but I purchased some manila file folders from the Dollar Tree because they're cheap. And they're cardstock, but they're not overly thick. And I use the top and I just cut out my shape, and it's very simple in that you can come in now and just hole punch it like so. Notice I didn't measure. Then I bring my scissors and I come in and cut up where it would fit into the Rolodex file itself. And both of those look like I got them over just a little bit too far, so let me cut that a little bit further. Yep, a little bit more. And it looks better. And I'm having to cut at an angle because of how I'm sitting, and I'm not liking how it's turning out because I can't see what I'm doing, but I think you get the idea there. Okay. And I really literally can't see where I'm cutting. but you can see how these have come up. Same thing there, and it's not going to hurt anything. Okay, now I just simply want to do a little bit of gluing to decorate these. And these can be used as pockets. They can also be used as journaling cards stuck behind a pocket. So either way, it works fine. And excuse me for reaching. This would be my glue book here. And, you know, if I want to come all the way down here, I can turn this card over and see what I've done so that I can cut that shape out again. Or maybe I just simply want to glue over it all together. Either way is fine. I hope you're doing well today. We're having a lovely day. And I am going to come all the way down to the edge of this card. Cut off the excess. I can also just tear off the excess. This paper is really brittle, and sometimes the torn edge I really like. I know a lot of crafters, a lot of artists, excuse me. I consider myself a crafter, not an artist, but a lot of artists will tear the edges anyway. So there we have that part of it. Let's see what else we want to use. I'm only going to decorate one of these with you today because I need for my camera to not take quite so much time. So let's see a little bit of this page. Purple. Okay. And I'm going to switch over to the art glitter glue because this piece of paper here is just a little bit thicker. It was a scrapbook page, not a digital. So I want to make sure I have some sturdy glue to get there. Get it down on the page. I almost missed that opportunity window right there. It dries so fast. Okay, and I want to come in and do a few leaf shapes that I'm going to tear. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be decorating with some yellow roses, and I want some leaf shapes that I can use. So you can see here that I'm just simply tearing some leaf shapes. And maybe one more. If we don't use all three, that'll be fine. I like that green paper. I found it in a book somewhere and just kept the leftover scraps so that I could use them when I wanted to have some background on a page. And then I think those are exactly the same. Let's see how I want to do this guy. I'm going to need to position just a little bit here. I'm not crazy about fours. I do like threes, so let's do that right there. And if you see a little bit of that glue glaze, that's okay. It's going to be under the rose. That's why I wasn't trying really hard to get to it to wipe it away. Okay. And it's so funny because in that purple paper that I picked up, I said it was thicker and I wanted to use the art glitter glue, but this is very thin, flimsy paper. And I'm like, yeah, I want to use the art glitter glue on this too. I guess I just like art glitter glue. wipe my fingers and put the glue lid back on. Okay, and I see a little bit of turned up edge here on this leaf. I want to make sure I get that down well. There we go. Okay. Now, because this card is already manila, if I'm probably going to use this as a tuck spot, but if I wanted to use this as a journaling spot, I don't even have to add anything to that. Let's see. Little label there. And I'm looking for another one. Okay. Sometimes I don't reach for that black, but over and over again, when I put it down, I think, wow, it makes the word in the label pop. It makes everything else seem on the page to be a little crisper. So yes, I do like that. Let me go back in here and use my hole punch. And I am going to have to pull this toward me so that I can see where I'm punching. Sorry for taking it off screen. And then I'll cut out. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sorry if you can't. That little area in the middle. Okay. And there we have a Rolodex card that can be used as a pocket in a journal. And if this were my journal page, or here, I could simply glue him. I would probably glue these areas down, so along this area and this area, so that my pocket could be my tuck spot, rather not my pocket, but my tuck could go right here. All right, thank you for joining me for making a great little tuck spot with an index, a Rolodex card. I hope that gives you an idea. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.